Hey guys, I thought I'd do a video update here. As you can see, I bought a kayak off of Craigslist a little while ago. It's been a lot of fun. I get to find the lakes and little hidden gems. A little bit scary on my own, but it's all good. I've been on the road for about 3 months now. I'll show you a few pictures here. And so I went north in the winter and it was just cold as fuck. I had a sleeping bag inside, a sleeping bag in the back, in case you haven't seen my other video. And I ended up having to crack the windows because of all the moisture and it wake up and all the everything's white and crystally and it wasn't good. There's a bit of mold coming in the trunk. So I just kept the draft coming through and shivered a little bit more. Got to eat a little bit more for dinner to help me sleep though. I just checked out Carlsbad Caverns today. It was pretty amazing in New Mexico, coming from White Sands, which was also amazing. So I think after this I'm going to go back north to Colorado. I have my snowboard in the back and I miss it. So I'm going to climb some mountains and have some fun out there. The desert's just hot as fuck. It's not comfortable. The desert's just not comfortable. Sun's setting, it's beautiful. I have my solar panel running to my phone, so when I'm doing nothing all day I can still have some power in my phone and don't have to run the car or anything like that, which is a good little investment. It's like 40 bucks off eBay. It's perfect. What else is new here? I think that's about it. Take care, guys. It's just some BLM land. Free camping for 14 days. It's even got lots of horse poo or cow poo, I suppose. Fire ring. Just gorgeous. The only problem is the sun's gonna rise somewhere up in there and it's gonna hit me right away, so I don't know what I'll do. I miss not having trees. I miss having trees. Some shelter. But hey, it's all good. So I'm gonna fill you in on the last few months of what's been going on. I met this one girl in Peru. I met her in Lima, and then we met up again in Cusco, and we went to Aguas Calientes to hike Machu Picchu together. And then she was on spring break, so me and a few of her friends went down to Utah, as you can see, and we hiked and hung out in the desert. It was real hot, like I said. I then took off. I bought a fiddle. I went to Washington all on my own. I split up with her after about the week camping. And I hung out in the coast. I explored the coast. This was a heck of a storm. I thought, what a beautiful place to camp. Yellow flowers all around, right on the beach. And then this storm hit. And about 4 in the morning, the tent was collapsed. My poles were bent. I was full of sand. All I could do was pack it up and hike back to the car. Then I went back to the car and there was a tree down, so I couldn't even drive out. Good thing I have a bed built in my back seat. Yeah, that really sucked. And then I hit up some national parks. After Olympic Park, I got my park pass so I could see Yosemite. And then I just explored, and it's so green and vibrant, and the ocean, man. I'm from Ontario. We don't have ocean around us at all. We have lakes, but the ocean, it's to camp near it and hear those waves crash right beside you is something else. This was when I went to Mount Washington. I wanted to hike up it and snowboard down. I mean, I was driving down this kind of desert highway and I saw the snow and just got so excited to get that snowboard out again. And unfortunately, the road was closed, and I guess I could still hike it, but it would have been a wicked hike, and I didn't feel like doing that. So I just, enjoyed the view and the deer, Inyo National Forest. Sorry about the camera. I'm still playing around with this DSLR thingamajig. It's good for pictures, but video, I'm having a bugger with it. I have a 55 to 250 mil lens on it, and I think it's a cheaper one, so the autofocus maybe isn't great. At least that's what I'm gonna blame it on. So this was likely Zion. Yeah, Zion. Angel's Landing hike. And actually, I met a great girl there from Massachusetts. And her mom took us out for beer after, and we just had a blast. I then went to what's that Spanish word for fire? No, staircase. Escalantes National Park, I believe. Probably wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I went down a couple hours of washboard road to check out these narrows, but oh, it was worth it. These narrows were amazing. Um, just so surreal. I ran into a rattlesnake. I never got a video for some reason. I did get a picture naturally. And when I was doubling back, I met a couple from Detroit area. And I told them about the snake, and they were so excited. And then I met up with them later, and they told me that they picked it up and were holding it, and got a picture of them holding it. It's like, what the heck, man? You're in like the middle of nowhere. I mean, you're gonna die if that thing bites you, but I don't know. I guess they're more of a man than I am a man. I ended up buying a kayak and Flagstaff because I don't know why. I guess because I have a snowboard and that's all, and a snowboard is not great when there's no snow. I met this guy on an overlanding forum. He's a skydiver. He has an extra dirt bike, so I got to ride the dirt bike. We were taking some footage here for his skydiving company that he needed. And we were just kind of hanging out in the Grand Canyon and not hanging out, I guess we were working, you could say. He was getting paid, but we were getting the footage. And he showed me this awesome camping spot, the Red Butte Airport. And he's about 2 p.m. These horses come up. And when he told me 2 p.m., I thought, okay, a rancher lets them go or something. But it's almost like they're just on a schedule because it's like clockwork. 2:30 p.m. they come around. And they're wicked friendly. As you'll see here, I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I only one horse out of others, maybe 8, had a brand.
Yeah, they kind of like just kind of grab them.
That was pretty cool. And I ended up camping there the one night just because it was such a cool spot. There's a hangar and an abandoned house. And as far as I know, it's BLM land. I didn't have any troubles. There's not a gate, but a wire, not a wire, even a rope fence, I suppose, that you just have to lift. And then from there, I went to the Gila, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, National Forest in New Mexico. And, oh, it was just a bare wasteland of a forest fired forest, I guess. Coniferous forest, which is pine. But apparently it's for the better because that's how pine repopulates and thrives and strives. It uses the minerals and nutrients from the ashes to regrow. And I woke up to white snow. I guess it was higher elevation than I thought. That was a pretty friendly surprise. I made sure to get the coffee maker out bright and early in the morning to keep myself warm. And then this was just the other night, I guess. We're almost caught up here. Oh boy. Where was this though? I forget already. Wasn't quite in Colorado. It was still in New Mexico. Just barely in New Mexico. It would have been very north. Just a nice spot I found, nice sunset to watch. I was gonna get the kayak out, but it was a little too windy for what I would like to be in. Here it's pretty calm, but it was almost getting dark, of course. So what did I do? I played the fiddle on a park bench. I was all bundled up with a sweater and then a windbreaker on top of that. Long johns, of course, because that's the Canadian way, even when you're not in Canada. Just colder and nice night. And surprisingly, the waves were really loud, and I just love listening to that when I fall asleep. And that brings us up to date. I'm just entering Colorado, up to Durango today. Winter storm warning in effect, which is quite a change from the desert I've been spending the last month or so in. But it feels good. The air is fresh and cool, and it's not overly humid, and the sun's not overly hot. Look at that license plate just full of ice. You can't even read it. Hopefully, the cops don't mind. Cheers, guys. Follow me on Instagram if you can. Save the coal. That's COAL. Have a good one, and I hope to see you on the road.